This is some of the worst news I have yet to deliver. To bring you up to speed, this whole thing is about a girl at Columbia University who's been carrying a mattress around on campus for the past 9 months to shame and blame the so-called perpetrator of her crime. Let's take that mattress and strap it to our backs and then run like hell, because guess what? When this comes out, they're gonna be coming after us with fire and pitchforks, baby. And with that being said, let us begin. Yeah. The female in this horrible comedy is Emma Sulkowicz. She's either the perpetrator or victim, depending upon which side of the feminist fence you're on. This is Redonkulas, so we're just gonna call her Mattress Girl. It is evident that she does a lot of thinking on her back. Now, her perpetrator or slash victim, depending upon what side of the fence you're on, is Paul Nungusser. And he was attending Columbia University on a full ride scholarship. And those are not given out lightly.
Nungusser.
Okay, now this particular incident took place on August 27th, 2012. But this was not the first time that they had sex. She claims that it was consensual. But then it became violent when obviously there was an error in the open option position. It was dark. Things were slicked up. Surprise butt sex. No. She did not report it because she says she was embarrassed. How do you go from being so embarrassed to report it to basically conducting a national slander campaign by carrying a mattress around on your back? And you're gonna keep carrying this mattress until one of two things happen. You graduate or he gets expelled. I believe that's illegal, isn't it? 8 months later, she finally reports it to the university. Less than a month later, 2 more women come forward with the same accusations. All of these women knew each other and had conversations about Mr. Nungusser. Yeah, never mind that, I think that happened in Salem. It's called a witch hunt. Burden of proof. No, not at Columbia. We're gonna fast forward 6 months, and Mr. Nungusser is completely cleared by the university. Not only was he cleared, but he was cleared without him being allowed to produce any evidence in his own defense. He could have filmed the entire thing, and he couldn't even bring that tape in to show them. But we don't really have to worry about missing out on that show because Emma took care of that. Winning, and we'll get to that later. And not long after that was when this crazy mattress back bullshit started as a symbol of her burden of being a rape victim and to protest Columbia University botching the investigation and refusing to expel Mr. Nungusser. And not only did she flaunt and break Columbia University policy, they rewarded her by giving her college credits for carrying this mattress. Never mind that this whole thing was really cooked up to humiliate and harass Nungusser. Oh no, it's brilliant. It's feminist. It's performance art. On behalf of Mr. Nungusser, myself, and producer, fuck you, and don't even edit that out. And Mr. Nungusser, sue them into the goddamn Stone Age. Never mind the fact that he was found innocent by the police and the college. And this is also some kind of slander, blackmail thing going on. This person is now touted as a hero by NOW and other feminist organizations. She got to attend a State of the Union address as a guest of a senator who shall remain nameless. Be obliged to pound some sand. On May 14th, 2014, 2 years after the incident, she decides to file a formal police report. And the only reason she actually did this is because she wanted Nungusser's name made public. Justice prevailed and the police dropped the case because they saw it was frivolous and unsupported by any facts, details, or evidence. But if you ask Mattress Girl, she's the one that dropped the charges because a police investigation would be too draining. Kind of like carrying a mattress around your back for 9 months. Edit that out. This whole thing is just stupid. February of this year, Nungusser filed a lawsuit against, you guessed it, Columbia University. And he produced no less than 6 pages of texts and emails proving his case. It shows that there was a sexual relationship prior to the incident, and she pursued him after the incident with words like, "I love you," or "hit me in the pooper." There was no question mark at the end, so it wasn't like a question. It was a statement. So with that being said, I don't think we're gonna see Mattress Girl let any slut walks to the sign saying, still not asking for it. She'll probably flip it over and say, no, I demanded it. And in those 6 pages of documents, not only does it exonerate Nungusser, but it shows her slewer behavior. Having drunken sex at a party and contracting gonorrhea. No. She states that she was getting banged while she was practically puking on herself because she was so drunk. That's not rape, but the other one is. Why didn't she file charges against those guys? Because that was clearly a violation. Unconscious sex with chlamydia. Yeah, no. Gonorrhea light. That's a total dick move right there. If you boil this down to its basic core, this is about a woman who was rejected and got payback by accusing the man of rape. These type of accusations, they never go away. If we really lived in a rape culture, this would have got no media attention. And Nungusser wouldn't have been threatened to be murdered on Facebook. Of course, I have to mention Tumblr, you social justice engraved pussies, but, you know, hey, I said it. Rape culture! You keep saying that word, but I don't think it means what you think it means. In the lawsuit papers filed by Nungusser against Columbia University, he is using their own sexual abuse policies against them, which they did not even follow. Because it states, if there is any retaliation against the accused, the accuser, or any witnesses, there has to be punishment. Yeah, but no, never mind that. She still gets college credits for carrying the mattress and gets to graduate. Winning? No. True to her word, I'll give her that. In May 2015, she carried that mattress across the stage and graduated. Another rule Columbia failed to follow is you can't really carry anything across the stage or with you at graduation. So it is no surprise that the president of the university refused to shake her hand. Winning. Let's just add the creaming to the top of the crazy pie here.
Put some on your head.
In June of 2015, Sulkowicz made a reenactment rape porno of the incident, which you can see in the links below. I don't want to show too much footage on this, but that speaks volumes to how crazy this girl is. Emma, I really don't know what to tell you. Any credibility you had is gone. Rape porn? Yeah, no, that's disgusting. What were you thinking? And from now on, all of the tier 1 dudes you deal with are gonna have nothing to do with you because you automatically fail the dick stacking test and you are certifiably crazy. Now, if we're gonna put a capstone on this entire fiasco, when you look at this particular rape video, it shows that she destroys the physical evidence that would have actually been used to prove a rape did occur. She files a police report for a felony, which she herself destroyed the evidence of. So technically, she is guilty of obstruction of justice by destroying the evidence in her own rape. Not that any of that matters or anything, because we all know by now it did not happen. No, the sex happened, but the rape, I don't think so. Now listen, if it wasn't a cut and dry case before with just the pages of text emails, the rape porno puts it way over the top. Hey Emma, just gotta say, I'm sure there's a lot of dudes out there that like to look at the au naturel, unkept bush. But this guy's not one of them. The solid dude here, Nungusser, because he stayed at that college. He put up with all of the bullshit, the harassment, the threats against his life, and he still is gonna walk with his degree, and he's gonna become a rich man because he's gonna sue Columbia University. And when he's done with Columbia, I hope he comes after you. And then he beats your brains out with that damn mattress. And with that, we bring to an end the first producer request video. And from what I see, winning. And while you're at it, Mr. Nungusser, after you get done suing the pants off of Columbia University and literally the pants off of rape porno queen, why don't you send a little bit of that money our way so we can keep telling it how it is. Not politically correct, but politically direct. As usual, please hit the subscribe button. Because if you do, I'll buy all the pillows for the huge pillow fight we're gonna have at the Mattress Girl's house. She's gonna hate that. So stupid. Hang on, that's just funny. I just can't believe this. And all you feminists that are out there crying rape and rape culture, crying wolf. And sooner or later, people are going to stop listening to you. So who are you really hurting? The men you're accusing of these false rape allegations, and actually women who are legitimate victims of rape, because they're not going to be listened to down the road, and or less resources will be applied. Guess what? You're ruining it for everyone, and it's all your fault.